make sure to check out Agelessgeeks.com, and if you're local in California, you can check out their store where they have cards, games, figures, and more. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredon18 here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts TURLES. So damn happy they made him, but is it a good figure, or did they screw it up? Let's find out and get into the review by taking a super duper quick look at the box. Why am I whispering? I don't know. Alrighty, so we do pretty much have the basic style box. There's the front, the one side with some promo images. There's the back with a few more, and then the other side. Now let's take a closer detailed look here, and Tamashii Nations absolutely killed it with this figure, especially the faces. One of my favorite things to this TURLES is the gauntlets, and I love the sculpting of the hair. They did such a beautiful job with the hair sculpt. But something about TURLES, I always thought he had such a really cool Saiyan design. Plus, it does have that very 90s feel to it. So wherever there is paint, it is nice and clean. Wherever there is paint, the knee joints and elbow joints do blend in perfectly on the figure, but one minor issue with them, the color of the skin tone on those joints are a little off compared to the rest of the skin tone, but it's really not that bad at all. But some collectors do not like stuff like that, so I had to mention it. But also, there really isn't much shading on the figure from what I can see, and man, I wish Tamashii Nations would at least add a wash on the goddamn tail. Like, come on, how hard is that? But besides that, I think Tamashii Nations really aced it in the detail department with TURLES. So now moving on to the height for TURLES, to the very tippity-topperoo to his head. Looks like he's about 5 inches, 3/4 of an inch tall, then to the top of his hair he's about 6 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. So now let's see him compared to a few other SH Figuarts figures. So we do have the superhero movie version Goku, we do have the updated Krillin, then we do have the superhero movie Piccolo, and then we do have Android 16, and I think he scales really well. He is a little bit taller than that Goku, but I believe he was a little taller. And then here he is compared to the demonical fit Super Saiyan / Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Then we do have the superhero movie version Vegeta, Bardock, and then we do have the Broly movie version Full Power Broly. Once again, I think he scales really well with the other figures in line here. So now let's move on to the accessories. Now moving on to TURLES' accessories, he is included with a pretty damn good amount of stuff, and it's not just faces and hands. We get an energy effect, and then we also get the crossed arms as well, which is a huge plus. But before we get into those, let's take a closer look at his sort of Piccolo cape type cape. Alright, so here it is, and it looks really nice, the sculpting of it, and it is a very soft, rubbery type plastic, as you can see there, but I do like the sculpted wrinkles and everything. Like I said, it's like a half Piccolo cape, and yes, we are working on custom cloth ones, but it's very simple to get on. Make sure you get the shoulder pad piece in that, like, wedge in there, because it's meant to go in there, and then you just pop the head on. Simple as that. So very simple to put on and off. Then he also has the 4 faces, so we do have the smirking face, which is all the way on the left. It looks like he's sticking his tongue out, or maybe about to take a bite out of the Tree of Might fruit. We get an angry teeth gritted face and an open mouth yelling screaming face, and I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't get any type of basic stern face, so a bit let down by that. And then we do get his energy effect, and then we do have these 2 clear pieces, which I'll show you how to use those shortly. You just peg the one with the ball peg onto the energy effect, and then the other piece goes into the hand. But they did a really nice job on the energy effect. I like the little gold ring, and then like the electricity pieces look really cool too. And then next here we do get the crossed arms, and great job on them. Paint and sculpt detail turned out fantastic. Super duper simple to swap out with the regular arms. Very easy to do, the easiest out of all the Dragon Ball figures. So this is how you get the effect on. So you can see, you could take any one of those clear pieces, you peg the one end into the hand, and then the ball peg end goes into the energy effect. And then you get 2 of them, so you have 2 different options on how you want to use it, but they ultimately give you the same result. So that is that. And then I just want to show you the gappage from the shoulder armor pieces. They will not go any further down once you fully have the crossed arms on. That's going to be an eyesore to some people. That really does bug the hell out of me, so keep that in mind. Now for the hands here, we do get a pair of fists. We do get a pair of like Kamehameha type hands. Then we do get 2 sets of open palm blast hands, one without the peg holes, one with the peg holes. Then we do get a right hand with the Tree of Might fruit there. So I think they did a beautiful job sculpting and painting the hands. They're also very simple to swap out as well. So now moving on to Turles' Articulation. So with the neck, he does look down pretty good. Looks up okay. You do get very nice pivot out of both the joints there, and then you also get swivel. Torso joint isn't really too good. Doesn't go forward too much. Goes back all right. You really can't get too much pivot out of either of the joints, but you do get a swivel. Better swivel at the waist. All those pieces on the armor on the bottom can hinge up and down. Then you have a new joint here on the shoulder armor piece. It's a ball hinge, so you move it up and down, swivel it, and move it all around. So I really like how they did that, and it's only connected in that one spot. You get a very nice circular motion out of the shoulder. With the armor piece out of the way, it goes all the way out with it there. It only goes 90. The arms also do go up, and then they go up a little more if you move the armor. Then they do go down, of course, as well. We do get bicep swivel. We do have double jointed elbows. They do bend in pretty much all the way. Then we do have a swivel and a hinge on the wristaroos. Now for the legs, they go up about 90 degrees. They really don't go back at all. You can almost Van Damme it, so pretty good leg movement. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, pretty much bend back all the way, and they do look really good. No swivel at the boot, a little bit at the ankle. The ankles really don't hinge up too much, same with going down. And the pivots, okay, then you do get a toe hingeroo. Overall, I do love this figure and really glad that they made a Turles, and I hope we keep getting these awesome movie characters, because I'll buy them all. Is it the best figure? No, it's not, but it's still an amazing piece. I was a bit let down with no basic stern face and with certain points of articulation. Last thing that really did bug me was the little space the Saiyan armor piece at the shoulder gave you when you put on the crossed arms. Besides that, though, the detail is definitely the best part to this Turles. The articulation is pretty good, but could have been a bit better. I do like the new way they put together the armor pieces on the shoulders, though. Another huge plus is how simple the crossed arms and regular arms are to swap out. You don't really need to apply too much force at all. And lastly, the accessories are also another high point to Turles here. A bunch of facial expressions and hands, plus you get a sick effect and the crossed arms. So now let's move on to the ratings. So for the detail, easily give it an even 9. Articulation, I'm gonna have to give it a 7.4, and accessories, I'm gonna give it an 8.9. So my overall rating for Turles is an 8.4. So now for the QC issue rating and price rating. For the QC issue one, I'd give it a 9.4, and then for the price rating, I'd have to give it an 8.4. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Turles from the Tree of Might movie. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the figure in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, I will catch you on the next episode of Daredevil 19, and I will also see you guys later.